tonight we want to hear from a political prisoner who was targeted not even because of anything he said, but because of his faith, his identity, who he was married to, and the government decided to single him out and target him for deportation. And alhamdulillah, thanks to the work of his attorneys, some of whom are here with us tonight, he is free, and he's here with us tonight. Please join me in welcoming Professor Badar Khan Suri. Wa alaikum assalam. Let me make sure that's turned on for me. Yep, you're good now. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Professor.
Alaikum salam.
So, Mahmoud Khalil and Rumeysa Öztürk, I think everyone knows their names, partly not only because they were the first, but because their abduction, and that's what it was captured on film, right? There was a cell phone, Mahmoud's wife, Dr. Noor, caught on camera, him being detained. Security camera footage caught Rumeysa being detained. That didn't happen with you, so not everyone knows what happened to you. Those of us who are in the activist circles know very well, and we're rooting for your freedom, alhamdulillah, you're here. Can you just first tell us a bit about who you are? What is your what do you do before all this happened to you, just so we all kind of know who you are, and then we'll talk about what happened to you.
So I'm a normal human being. So I just came, a normal immigrant, came from India to this prestigious Georgetown University, this School of Foreign Service, a professor there. Worked very hard all my life for 35 years in India. And when I was a student, I was champion for the Palestinian cause. I went many times to Gaza on these humanitarian aid convoys through the ships in 2011, 12, after Mavi Marmara, and did all that. And then married to my wife, and after I married to her, my government didn't let me practice my freedom of speech and all that stuff because what I am here, my wife was there in India. So we just shut up. And I did my research. I was doing my PhD at the time on a state building in Afghanistan and Iraq, American war. And then just I came here as a normal researcher. Also, one more thing was interesting. When I was in India, I was researching, I was missing this freedom of expression, freedom to do research and all that, because we were experiencing in India after 2014 genocidal regime, what Americans are experiencing now, authoritarianism. We were already having it from a long time. Many times, I have seen my father going through that, and then I saw myself on many occasions, and Muslims overall, how they are living in India, despite being more than 200 million. Riots, lynching, their homes being bulldozed, learning from Israel, if they protest, if they ask for anything, and all that stuff. We were living like that. And if you, like some of my relatives or some students, some friends, who just speak against certain unconstitutional amendment in citizenship which government of India brought, they were just put into jail, and from last 5 years, they are in jail without charges. So I escaped that, and I came to the United States of America thinking that I will have a free life, freedom of expression, and I will enjoy the First Amendment and due process and everything. And when I came here, I wanted to become a nice professor, and I end up becoming a political prisoner. So this is me.
Yeah. MashaAllah. So may Allah reward you for all that you did before this happened. So to be clear, your wife is Palestinian, correct?
She's a Palestinian American.
Palestinian, okay. So she's an American citizen. You're a professor at Georgetown University, just a few miles from here. What happened? What did the government do to you? Just tell us the story of what you experienced.
Although I was a quiet guy, but I had a history of activism on Palestine because I'm a human and one has to speak out. But here, after genocide started, and within first week in October itself, I wrote that Israel will go after every hospital, every school, and everything because somehow they want to make this kind of apocalyptical war where no one can live in this land anymore. I wrote that they will take off all the hospitals. So that because one can survive even if you take schools, because a teacher and a student in open anywhere can teach and study, but you can't survive if hospitals are missing. Then you need to, I just wrote like this, that then they will push them into Sinai Desert and all that stuff, which they are trying to do now. So bare minimum things, and they didn't like, they were collecting it. And when my wife was also speaking about it, because her family is there, her parents and siblings and everyone is there living in tents, and many relatives every now and then getting killed. They are not privileged, or nobody is privileged if they are in Gaza or Palestine or anywhere. It's the same everywhere. So she was writing, then they doxed her. They thought that she's a hijab-wearing, Arab-looking woman. She must be for sure some student here. We will take her. They just write to DHS and Miller and everyone, Loomer, Miller, everyone. But they found that, oh my God, she's a citizen. But also they were working on Georgetown because they are not happy with Qatar, Georgetown funding, and all that stuff. So Georgetown, my wife, and my center where I work, Al-Walid Center, all those things were on target. And from all those three things, common research of this Kennard publishing right-wing pro-Israel groups, they focus towards me. This guy is on just a visa. Just take him off. Take the trophy. And halas.
The initial target was your wife, and they realized she's an American citizen. Oh, so we can't get her yet, so they redirect to you.
Yeah, I didn't join any protest, anything, because I have already done this. I'm an old man now. I did this long time back. Now I want to do research. I know this empire will decide it ultimately. Will Palestinians get a state or not? Although empire will be under pressure if everyone start demanding it, for sure, yes. So people have to demand it. But ultimately they will decide. And I also think that, ultimately Allah will decide it. And what kind of a state, maybe if Palestinians or anyone is getting a state now, maybe it's not good because maybe they get a corrupt government. They end up with whatever government every state is having. Every state is having a corrupt government, a disgrace everywhere. So maybe some good time, a Palestinian state will come.
So that was you thought that would keep you safe, but it didn't. So what did the government do to you? How did ICE approach you? We saw what happened.
No one approached me. They just, when I was, so my name is Badar, and on October 17th, it was 17th day of Ramadan, Battle of Badr. They just picked me on that day. They started a battle with me, with Badr on day of Badr, as if they will do anything to me. So I was coming after Ramadan, after having my fast. That day I used to teach. Today, these days also I teach on Mondays. So it was Monday. I was coming tired after having some meal at Georgetown. I was thinking to have it with my family. And as I was approaching at the dead of night, around 9, after Isha came, I found certain rusty, blackish, unmarked cars driving parallel to me, and they were trying to also kind of hit me in a way, hit and stop. I stopped there for some time, realizing that this is something dangerous. Then they also moved, and I also moved. And the moment I was about to approach to my apartment's door, they just jumped over me and say, "Are you Badar?" I said, "Yes." I was shocked that I don't call myself Badar, but here in America, everyone called me Badar. So I realized that it is for me. It was a shocker that why this guy who was in this such a bad-looking car, unmarked as well, why he knows my name, and why he jumped over me now. Masked for sure, and no badges, nothing. And I said, "Yes." He said, "You are under arrest." I said, "Huh?" I was like this. What is this guy saying? For what? I said, "What? For what? Why?" He said, "We will tell you this later. Step back." Then they were calling someone for at least 15, 20 minutes. They kept on calling. Other people came. I just didn't see anyone. I thought, I have a chance. I have a phone. And I'm standing under my apartment. Let my wife know that someone is saying they are arresting me. Because I was thinking it's like a kidnap. It was those cars were unmarked, nothing. And this guy was like a militia, some grayish, no uniform, and some mask. I said, I should tell my wife that And I was able to. I was not thinking that I'll be able to, but I was able to. And I said, please come. She was not able to understand first time. Then she came, and then nothing happened. They just see. I never wear any ring or something. When my wife sent me to US, she said, please put a ring. It's important. And I can't wear, and I don't wear a watch or anything. I can't handle. But in America, I got this shekels on my wrist, on my waist, in my leg. I said, oh, what is this?
So, Professor, I think after
And one more thing.
Yeah.
When they were taking me, I said, please, you said that, they said me that your student visa is revoked. I said, I'm not a student, I teach students. He said, whatever it is, everything is revoked. I said, wait, I will show you what I am. I asked my wife, please go upstairs and bring my passport and my just documents which will show what I am. And we showed it to him. He just didn't let her give it to me. He just put it with him. I said to him that, you guys says that my visa is revoked. At least take my passport. At least take my thing. Because in US, I'm told that I should always carry my passport and my DS-29 together. At least, there should be some formality. And when I was coming back, when they released me, they kept my passport. My passport is still with them. I have nothing now. So I said, this is crazy. You want me to leave the country. Give my passport. Maybe I will be scared of you and I will leave. He said, no, this I keep. This next time when we will grab you, it will be easier for us to deport you. I said, I was the one who gave you the passport. You were not in your senses. Your boss didn't ask that day. Miller or Loomer, whatever he or she is. Yeah. I don't care. I am not scared of anyone. I know ultimately whatever will happen.
So, CAIR normally has to pay for the comedic act at the end of events. So we... No, honestly, I'm glad you can laugh at it.
Yeah, I always do.
And honestly, it's a very serious time. A little levity is helpful to us. So, all right, so let me close with this, and then we'll take a few questions, inshallah. So, Alhamdulillah, your attorney was Hassan Ahmed, correct? Is that my magic?
Yeah, Hassan Ahmed.
Hassan Ahmed. Okay, give him a round of applause. Is Hassan here?
Okay. Yeah, he is a great guy. He was the one who was able to find me after 72 hours. I was missing for 72 hours.
And he found you. Okay, Hamza. He'll be with us, I think, tomorrow night, inshallah, at the banquet. So, Hamza, Hassan Ahmed steps in. You have an excellent immigration attorney who, goes to court fights, and you're free now. Your wife, obviously, being an American citizen, is free. When you were detained, did you... were you detained with other immigrants who were also in custody, or were you by yourself the whole time?
No, I was on floor. There were 55 people. There were like 30 of them were on bed, and 13 or 15 of us were on floor.
Gotcha. And what state were you held in?
It was first I was on airport in Louisiana, because they wanted to deport me by 22nd. They told me that I'm going to New York on 22nd, and the judge came up with this order came on 21st, so they sent me to Texas. And then I was in Texas for 55 days.
Okay. And so, as you all know, their goal is they grab you in whatever city you're in, they move you far away, number one, to get immigration judges who they are confident will be hostile, keep you away from your family, your attorneys. This is the strategy, and it worked for a bit, but alhamdulillah. Professor Suri is free, Mahmoud Khalil is free, Rumeysa Azturk is free, alhamdulillah. And we thank Allah for that. We thank Allah for the attorneys who made that happen. Again, Amy Greer, Masa Kanambi will, inshallah, be recognized them tomorrow night, inshallah. So, Professor, I'm not going to ask you the questions. I'm afraid you're going to make me laugh again. So I'm going to open it up to the audience to let anyone ask a question to the professor about his experience, what he's learned from this, or anything else you want to ask the professor, inshallah. Any questions? If you dare. Yes, Sister Linda.
So some of us were, some of us were in the courtroom that day when the judge. Some of us were in the courtroom that day with your family when the judge was. We watched the whole thing happen, and the judge was a black woman who was absolutely phenomenal. She was trolling the lawyers of the administration who were like 22-year-old little white boys that they send in there for you, and it was just a great. Just a great experience to see a judge do her job in a way that was incredible. But I wanted to ask, so when we were in the courtroom and we basically found out that you were going to be free, but how did you find out? How do they come to you? How do you get notified that you're going home?
So one of the lawyers, Jessica from Center for Constitutional Right, was with me. So ACLU and CCR and Hassan Ahmed, they all decided that a lawyer will be with me. So Center for Constitutional Rights lawyer was with me to tell me that whatever will happen. She literally told me that are only like 10% chances that you may be free today. Only 10%. She told me many scenarios that the judge may ultimately reject your case, or she may transfer it to some other place, maybe Louisiana, or she may still take time. Very small probability is that she may release you today. Very small. So I was having no hopes at all. And she was not allowed to talk when she was with me. She was not having any cell phone. So she was coming to me and she was going back. It was like that. And when the moment order came, she came to me and she was looking happy. I don't know what happiness is this. Maybe judge kept it, judge didn't give the order yet or what. I was not counting at all. Like I was always expecting I was able to hold myself. I was not thinking that I will be released today, and if that didn't happen, I will be feeling bad. So, but finally, it was, alhamdulillah, very easy for me. Everything was very easy for me. And she came and said, we are going home. Yeah.
We'll take one more question yes, go ahead. Bismillah. Yeah, our muezzin. Yeah. Go ahead. Bismillah.
Have you kept any contact, or do you know anything about the status of Liqa Kurdiya?
I would have for sure talked about Liqa Kurdiya. I don't go to any place where I don't talk about Liqa Kurdiya. So Liqa Kurdiya is still in jail. More than half a year, we can say. She's the one who suffered the most. She was suffering when she was there. When Sheikh Omar Suleiman came to me, I told him about Liqa, that no one talks about Liqa. There is a girl named Liqa, she's Palestinian. And then Omar Suleiman met her many times and start talking about her. And we all know that twice there is an order of release for her on bonds, and government somehow twist and turn. She was in very bad condition, and she is still in very bad condition there. Everybody is in very bad condition, but she was brought in when she was not in good shape. She was very weak. And they don't care about, they don't know what you need as a Muslim. It's not that they are bad, they are not trained like that. So they won't care. They will make a joke out of you. Like I'll tell you, they will hire 18-year-old girls there to be security officers and they will always be with a Red Bull in their hand, and they have to work for 12 hours. And at 4 a.m. they will come, and I was always awake there. I don't know why, because for many reasons. One has to do Fajr Salah, one has to do Isha Salah, and then people keep on playing card there, and so much noise, and people play music, and if you say anything, you just end up fighting. So alhamdulillah, Allah gave me good power when they didn't give me food for many days. When they first picked me, there was no food, there was no sahur, and then there was no iftar. After sunset, they gave me at 12 o'clock, 12 midnight, and they kept on doing it. There was no sahur for many days. So they will come in the morning, I would see them, I'll do that, I'll awake them. And the girls will scream. Girls or boys, they will scream, "Ciao!" And everyone will start screaming back on them, let us sleep. So this is the condition in which everyone lives there. And for sure, there was a good chaplain there. She used to tell me that girls get the food at the end. So sometimes we would get lunch at 10 a.m., sometimes at 2 p.m., and girls would be getting at the end. So it was very tough for ordinary girls there. Like our cages would have certain opening towards some certain open grass, but the girl side would have a wall there. So I don't know what they are going through. For sure, very bad. So everyone, please pray for Liqa and do whatever you can do for Liqa Kurdiya.
Yeah, I think we have to do a lot more work on that. Inshallah. All right, well, Professor, I want to thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, for coming through it with strength, apparently. Alhamdulillah. Because some people can break them down, destroy them. Alhamdulillah. You seem like you're doing well. Alhamdulillah. And so,
An Indian Muslim is always very strong because we are going through all this always. What to do. And every Muslim is.
Alhamdulillah. You're an inspiration to us, mashallah.
Thank
May
you
Allah
very
grant
much.
us that level of patience and sabr. Jazakallah khair, Professor. So, I want to thank you all for your patience. I hope this evening was educational, inspiring, sobering, motivating, and also, inshallah, a little bit entertaining, because we need that as well. You need balance in life, inshallah. We'll start 8 o'clock in the morning. We're starting early because we have a full day. That's a great panel in the morning. You'll hear from Chink Uyghur, inshallah, and several other amazing speakers in the morning. So please pray your Fajr if you're praying, and come in for breakfast 8 o'clock. Be here on time, inshallah. And we're going to have a great day, inshallah. And then the banquet is tomorrow night. Thank you all so much. We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.